Island life, where you can kick off your shoes, leave work behind, and cocktails are provided at the snap of a finger. But island escapes aren't just about lazy beach days. They can also be full of adventure, water sports, wildlife watching, and age-old cultures you can trace back over thousands of years. So whether you're looking for that typical tropical beach escape or a trip to an exotic ecosystem untouched by tourism, there's an island out there calling your name. Here's a look at the most beautiful islands in the world. Number 17. Martinique. Martinique is nothing if not culturally interesting. A French island in the Caribbean's Lesser Antilles, there is a fusion of French and West Indian cultures that you can experience. The island's scenery has plenty to inspire you, with gorgeous beaches, botanical gardens, volcanic peaks, and historical architecture. Discover the capital, Fort-de-France. Its museums tell the tale of the island's pre-Columbian and colonial past. Visiting Saint-Pierre is a must too. This modern city was built among the ruins of the island's former capital after it was destroyed when Mount Pelée erupted in the 1900s. Number 16. Hvar. The Croatian island of Hvar can be found on the edge of the Adriatic. While it is certainly celebrated for its summer beach parties and glitzy nightlife scene, Hvar has so much more to offer than raves and hangovers. Take your time unpacking the history of the island with a visit to the port town of Stari Grad, the oldest in Croatia, and the Venetian-style fortress perched on a hilltop above Hvar town. Or explore the island's stunning natural scenery from secluded beaches and inland lilac lavender fields to undulating vineyards famous for their fine Croatian wines. Number 15. Kauai. Lovingly dubbed the Garden Isle, the Hawaiian island of Kauai is an enchanting place full of cascading waterfalls, tropical jungles, remote beaches, and rugged coastlines. A trip to Kauai is not your average fly and flop holiday. Here there are adventures around every corner, and your experience is what you make of it. Make memories zip-lining through the jungle, trekking to waterfalls, kayaking along winding rivers, and dolphin and whale watching. When it comes to natural wonders, you'll have your fill. Hike through the dramatic Waimea Canyon and explore the insta-famous Napoli coast. More than 60 movies and TV shows have been filmed here. Number 14. Faroe Islands. You'll need at least a week to explore all the captivating attractions the 18 volcanic Faroe Islands have to offer. Just a short flight from mainland Europe, the island country has been associated with the Kingdom of Denmark, but it is actually self-governed. What makes the archipelago so special is that it's incredibly underrated and untouristy. Did you know that you can see the northern lights here from November to February? Apart from its spectacular scenery of majestic valleys, remote villages, and jaw-dropping waterfalls, it's also a popular spot for nature enthusiasts seeking a glimpse of thousands of coastal birds, including clifftop puffin colonies. Number 13. Whitsundays. Made up of a collection of 74 sun-soaked islands, the Whitsundays, nestled between the coast of Australia and the Great Barrier Reef, is something truly special. The ultimate destination for divers and wildlife enthusiasts, the archipelago is largely uninhabited. A plethora of wildlife species call them home, from dolphins, sea turtles, and saltwater crocodiles to kangaroos, whales, and wallabies. As with most islands of this caliber, the majority of the activities are water-based and include sailing, snorkeling, and scuba diving. That being said, hiking, exploring the sights of the tourist hub of Hamilton Island, and sunbathing on pearly beaches like Whitehaven Beach are just as popular. Number 12. Easter Island. Tucked away in the southeastern Pacific, the Polynesian Easter Island is both remote and historically significant. The enormous Moai statues are undeniably the top attraction here, lending an air of history and mystery to this faraway island. Over 800 human statues with oversized heads dot the island. They were created by the Rapa Nui many centuries ago, and each is believed to have taken at least a year to handcraft. But there's more to Easter Island than the Moai statues. There are some excellent beaches, remote caves, and hiking and cycling routes too. Diving into the island culture with a traditional Rapa Nui dance show is truly memorable. Number 11. St. Lucia. A tropical retreat in the Eastern Caribbean, the once colonial island of St. Lucia is about as scenic as it gets. Characterized by the iconic pitons, lush rainforests, clifftop waterfalls, banana and pineapple plantations, and some of the most beautiful volcanic beaches, it is unapologetically photogenic. While many fly in to take advantage of the island's top-notch beach resorts and explore the quaint fishing villages, the melting pot capital of the Castries is also a popular cruise port. From sulfur springs and secluded bays to bustling markets and Caribbean dance parties, St. Lucia has a bit of everything. Number 10. Majorca. One of the most popular of Spain's Balearic Islands, Majorca is a celebrated beach escape that gets 300 days of sunshine every year. With quiet coves, limestone mountains, citrus orchards, and sleepy stone villages overlooking the Mediterranean, it's perfect for relaxing. But there's a lot more to Majorca than meets the eye. The island is also home to several Roman and Moorish ruins, as well as a pumping nightlife scene in the capital of Palma. For those interested in history and architecture, don't miss the Royal Palace with its glorious Moorish design and the Palma Cathedral with its enchanting Gothic facade. Number 9. Galapagos. The Galapagos Islands are a collection of volcanic islands and smaller islets in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of Ecuador. What makes this string of islands so special is the spectacular ecosystem. It provides a home for a diverse array of animals, plants, fish, and birds that you won't find anywhere else on Earth. Known for its extraordinary and unique geology, the Galapagos is home to still active volcanoes and more iguanas than people. Located close to the equator, yet cooled with chilly sea breezes, the Galapagos has a unique climate. So unique, in fact, that it is home to the only penguin colony in the Northern Hemisphere. Number 8. Koh Phi Phi. Koh Phi Phi is possibly one of Thailand's most famous archipelagos. It is most notable for a stunning natural bay that was filmed in the movie The Beach, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. But while many come here and have this renowned bay at the top of their to-do list, there are many more reasons to tempt you to Phi Phi beyond Maya Bay. The 6 islands of Phi Phi are jaw-droppingly beautiful, with pearl-white sand beaches and emerald waters. Spend your days swimming and snorkeling among extraordinary marine life, or hire a longtail boat. The surrounding islets, like Monkey Beach, are worth a visit, home to a plethora of cheeky tree-swinging monkeys. Number 7. Lofoten. Lofoten is an island group that's famous for its dramatic natural attractions, from towering mountains to the deepest bays. Those in the know come here hoping to witness the mysterious northern lights and to hike one of the most popular climbing peaks in Norway. For those looking to get off the beaten track, this archipelago is a real treat, with opportunities for fishing, birdwatching, cycling, and sea kayaking in the summer, and skiing and trekking down the Aurora Borealis in the winter. Visiting these islands is unforgettable, as village life seems charmingly stuck in time. Even the sun shines until midnight for part of the year. Number 6. Palawan. Palawan is an island province in the westernmost part of the Philippines. The string of islands is a pure paradise, made up of enigmatic limestone caves and bays and bright turquoise inland lakes and lagoons. For those looking to explore offshore, Palawan is home to some unforgettable diving sites, such as the shipwrecks of Coron Bay that have transformed over the years into natural coral reefs. Every day in Palawan is magical. Go swimming in waterfalls, kayaking on secluded lagoons, and paddle boating to see luminous fireflies when the sun goes down. Number 5. The Seychelles. The Seychelles are one of those elite island destinations. Popular among the rich and famous, these 115 granite islands in the Indian Ocean are idyllic to say the least, encompassing a triumph of nature reserves, golden beaches, rainforests, and extraordinary coral reefs. It is a natural utopia. Each island has something special to offer. Mahe for a culturally rich experience, Ladigu for getting back to nature, Praslin for beach hopping, and Silhouette for sensational diving. In the Seychelles, you'll share the beaches with giant 100-year-old Aldabra tortoise and see protected bird species such as the rare Seychelles black parrot. Number 4. Bali. Possibly one of the most popular islands on Earth, Bali is a yogi and surfer's playground, with regular retreats on the social calendar. While Bali as a whole has become much more commercialized in recent years, with everything from backpackers to top-rated villa hotels, there's still plenty of culture to be found here too. Bounded by forest-clad volcanoes, incredible beaches, and undulating rice paddies, you'll find Balinese temples, authentic villages, and tourist towns in the land of the gods. The Uluwatu Temple is the main highlight in Bali. Perched on the edge of a cliff, it is one of the best places on the island to catch the sunset. Number 3. Santorini. The volcanic island of Santorini is probably one of the most recognized islands on Earth. Characterized by its whitewashed and blue-domed Cycladic towns hugging the caldera cliffs above the edge of the Aegean, this Greek island is world-famous for its enviable sunsets. Stroll through the alleyways of Ia town, wine and dine at the gourmet tavernas, relax on the volcanic beaches, or sail off into the sunset on a glamorous catamaran cruise. As it's one of Greece's most expensive islands, you'll undoubtedly rub shoulders with the rich and famous. For its views and Mediterranean climate alone, Santorini is something special. Number 2. Bora Bora. Beach bliss is the order of the day on the volcanic island of Bora Bora. While the enormous turquoise lagoon is the main attraction here, many flock to the island for its dazzlingly white beaches and ultra-luxurious resorts that include romantic overwater bungalows. If you're up to exploring, though, there's more to Bora Bora beyond the beach. Hike the slopes of Mount Paia for 360-degree bird's-eye views, snorkel the coral gardens at the isle's northern tip, and swim with sea creatures as part of a local conservation initiative. For those with a PADI license, scuba diving may provide electrifying close-up encounters with manta rays and blacktip and reef sharks. Number 1. The Maldives. Located in the middle of the Indian Ocean, the idyllic Maldives archipelago is spellbindingly beautiful. Close to the equator, the Maldives has a warm and tropical climate that's perfect for lazy beach days all year round. This low-lying island group is celebrated for its high level of luxury and emphasis on the slow life. Perfect for honeymooners, the Maldives designer accommodation is out of this world. Take your pick of underwater villas, overwater villas, and everything in between. There's even an underwater restaurant for those looking to dine surrounded by schools of tropical fish. As relaxing is the key in the Maldives, you can spend your days sipping on cocktails and sunbathing, interspersed with a diving excursion to keep things interesting. Southeast Asia is a group of diverse countries between the Indian Ocean and the Pacific Ocean, featuring indigenous cultures influenced by Indian, Chinese, and Western culture. It has long been a favorite corner of the world for globe-tramping backpackers, known for its perfect beaches, tasty cuisine, and low prices. The region represents a totally different culture for Western travelers. Instead of cathedrals, they'll find temples. Instead of cold temperatures in the winter, they'll be bathed in a tropical climate. They may find simple accommodations in remote fishing villages, but also luxurious hotels in the cities and on the islands. Here's a look at the best places to visit in Southeast Asia. Vientiane. Vientiane, the capital of Laos, is located on the Mekong River near the border with Thailand. A former French holding, it is a graceful city that is now the country's economic center. Visitors to Vientiane won't want to miss the Pha That Luang, a Buddhist stupa that dates back to 1586. The stupa stands 49 meters tall and is believed to contain relics of Buddha. Buddhist temples and sites abound, but travelers also will want to walk through the Mekong Riverside Park. Hanoi. Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam, blends the charm of the old world with a life that is quickening as the old city modernizes. Visitors may see locals taking Tai Chi lessons in the park in the mornings, while skateboarders zoom by. At the heart of Hanoi is its Old Quarter, an open-air museum of historic Asian and French colonial architecture that has largely remained intact. Ancient temples and art museums share the attractions list, with museums devoted to the Vietnamese Revolution and military history. Kuala Lumpur. Kuala Lumpur is a bustling city that serves as the capital of Malaysia. The country's most populous city, it has a landscape filled with innovatively designed skyscrapers, including the iconic Petronas Twin Towers, the world's tallest twin towers. Kuala Lumpur also boasts an outstanding Islamic art museum, the Bukit Bintang pedestrian bridge that connects the downtown area, and a bird park that is the world's largest walk-in aviary. Gili Islands. The Gili Islands are 3 small islands located in northwestern Indonesia off the coast of Lombok. The islands are perfect for travelers who want to get away from the hustle and bustle of modern life. Cars aren't allowed on the islands, with people using horse carriages or bicycles to move about. Relaxing may be the primary activity here, but the islands are also popular with divers and snorkelers. 17. Phnom Penh. Once known as the Pearl of Asia, Phnom Penh is considered one of the prettiest cities in the French-built Indochina. Though the city is still recovering from war and revolution, French influence can still be found today in Cambodia's capital. Located on the Mekong River, the city actually dates back to the 15th century. Top attractions include the Royal Palace and the National Museum, which contains a large collection of Khmer artifacts. Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai in northern Thailand was founded in the 13th century and is one of the most culturally significant cities in the country. It's located on the Ping River among Thailand's highest mountains. The region is home to more than 300 Buddhist temples. The most famous temple lies just outside the city on a hilltop overlooking Chiang Mai. Head here for a fantastic view. The city also hosts a night market that is famous for handicrafts. 15. Inla Lake. Located in southeast Myanmar, Inla Lake is the country's second largest lake. The Intha people live in small villages round the lake and in floating houses on the lake itself, making for a picturesque scene. Besides fishing, locals also grow fruits and veggies on floating gardens. Commuter and tourist motorboats and flat-bottom skiffs navigate the vast lake, the latter propelled by the unique Intha technique of leg rowing, in which one leg is wrapped around the paddle to drive the blade through the water in a snake-like motion. (14) Palawan. Palawan is an island province in the Philippines that stretches from Mindoro to Borneo between the South China and Sulu Seas. Puerto Princesa, which is close to the large karst formations with an underground river, is the provincial capital. Coron Reefs is one of the best diving spots in the world, drawing divers who want to explore Japanese shipwrecks from World War II. Another popular destination is El Nido, a town sandwiched between towering limestone karst cliffs and a beautiful bay. 13. Hoi An. Hoi An is a charming town known for its great atmosphere at the mouth of the Tu Bon River on Vietnam's central coast. The town boasts a well-preserved Southeast Asian trading port, which it once was until the river silted up. The narrow, winding lanes of the old port are lined with beautiful old architecture, traditional wooden houses, and hundreds of tailor shops selling everything from clothing to souvenirs. Mount Kinabalu. Towering 4,095 meters above northern Borneo, Mount Kinabalu is the highest mountain between the Himalayas and the island of New Guinea. The main peak of the mountain can be climbed easily by a person with a good physical condition and requires no mountaineering equipment, although climbers must be accompanied by guides at all times. For those with limited time or energy, there are gardens and many short walks through the jungle to enjoy the vicinity of the entrance. Komodo National Park. Komodo National Park is located on an archipelago near the island of Flores. The islands are populated by thousands of giant lizards known as Komodo dragons because of their appearance and aggressiveness. This is the only place in the world where these lizards, the largest in the world, can be found. Although attacks are very rare, Komodo dragons have been known to attack humans. Singapore. Singapore, a city-state, lies at the south end of the Malay Peninsula, just 137 kilometers above the equator. Chinese are the predominant ethnic group at 75% of the population. Travelers will hear residents speaking a variety of languages: Mandarin, English, Malay, and Tamil. Singapore is a former British colony, with its top sites including the graceful Raffles Hotel, gardens and nature trails, the Buddha Tooth Relic Museum, and the City Zoo. Koh Phi Phi. Phi Phi is a beautiful archipelago located in the Krabi province, not too far from Phuket. Koh Phi Phi Don is the only island in the group with permanent inhabitants, while smaller Koh Phi Phi Lay is famous as the filming location for the 2000 movie The Beach. Travelers go here to enjoy the beaches and to participate in a variety of water recreation activities, such as snorkeling, scuba diving, and kayaking. The island was devastated by the 2004 tsunami, but is bouncing back with new constructions. Eight. Luang Prabang. Luang Prabang lies at the confluence of the Mekong and Nam Khan rivers in north-central Laos. The former royal capital is famous for its Buddhist temples and monasteries, with monks walking through the city collecting alms in the morning. The old town is popular with tourists who want to shop, visit temples, or soak in the atmosphere. There are several waterfalls nearby, as well as the famous Pak U Caves. Seven. Borobudur. Located on the island of Java, 40 kilometers northwest of Yogyakarta, the Borobudur is the largest and most famous Buddhist temple in the world. The Borobudur was built over a period of some 75 years in the 8th and 9th centuries out of an estimated 2 million blocks of stone. It was abandoned in the 14th century for reasons that still remain a mystery, and for centuries lay hidden in the jungle under layers of volcanic ash. Six. Ifugao Rice Terraces. Photographers will want to have lots of memory cards with them when they visit the picturesque Ifugao Rice Terraces on the island of Luzon. For 2,000 years, people have been growing rice on terraces that follow the contours of the Cordilleras Mountains. The most famous ones can be found around the town of Banue. They were created by the Ifugao ethnic people without modern tools and are still used today. Five. Bagan. Myanmar's answer to Angkor Wat, Bagan is home to the largest concentration of Buddhist temples, pagodas, and stupas in the world. Bagan was the capital of the first Burmese Empire from the 9th and 13th centuries. The site that Marco Polo once described as the Gilded City was home to around 13,000 Buddhist temples in its 11th century heyday. Thousands remain, including the famous Ananda Temple with its sparkling gold spires. 4. Bangkok. What started out as a small trading post in the 15th century has now grown into a city of 8 million people. Bangkok, the capital of Thailand. Visitors will find plenty of photo ops at the city's famous floating markets, where they can also buy veggies, tropical fruits, and Thai snacks made in a floating kitchen. When travelers grow weary of visiting temples, they can visit a snake farm or just go shopping. Three. Ha Long Bay. Located in northeastern Vietnam, Ha Long Bay resembles a scene from a fantasy story, with its thousands of limestone karst islands of different shapes and sizes. Ha Long means descending dragons, which is indicative of the silhouette of the limestone outcrops that poke out from the water. Some of the islands contain lakes, while some are hollow, with a colorful fairyland of grottos inside. An overnight boat trip is a spectacular way to experience the beauty of the bay and to see as many of the islands as possible. Two. Bali. The undisputed favorite of Indonesia's more than 17,000 islands, Bali lives up to its reputation as the quintessential tropical paradise. The waters around Bali are known for its high marine diversity and coral reefs, while the lush rice terraces provide a picturesque backdrop to its colorful and deeply spiritual Hindu culture. The island also has several great beach towns like Kuta, as well as other areas such as Ubud, which are known for performing and artistic arts. One. Angkor. When it comes to archaeological sites, travelers won't want to miss Angkor in northern Cambodia. It contains some of the world's most important cultural remains. These include the enormous Angkor Wat Temple, the Bayon Temple with its multitude of massive stone faces, and Ta Prohm, a Buddhist temple ruin entwined with towering trees. Historically, Angkor served as the Khmer capital from the 9th to the 14th centuries, which influenced art throughout Southeast Asia. Many of the temples of Angkor have been restored, making it one of the wonders of the ancient world, while offering an outstanding look at Khmer history.
Let me do my best to try to explain what's about to happen here. My buddy David from Spain, he is here for his final day in Florida, and we're about to try to set a world record. So David does acro. He's the guy that you see doing the crazy infinite tumble flips, basically going end over end infinitely. Now, when David was like 18, he set a world record for the most infinite tumbles done on a paramotor, which was like 200 something. Currently, I think the world record for the most tumbles on a paraglider is around 500 or 600. Now, David is trying to one-up and claim the world record for paragliding infinite tumbles. And in order to do that, what he's doing is actually jumping out of a skydiving plane with a paraglider at 23,000 feet. This is something that no one really does. He's gonna go first at 5,000 feet, jump out, the paraglider deploys, and this is just a proof that his whole setup's gonna work. After that, we go all the way up to 23,000 feet. He's got oxygen, and he's gonna get out and just start tumbling, and go and go and go, and hopefully he'll hit over 1,000. Alright, successful takeoff. He's climbing up to 5,000 or 6,000 feet right now and doing the first test deployment, make sure everything works smoothly before we bump up to 23,000 where oxygen is a concern. So let's see how it goes. Alright, success. He's out. Everything works smoothly so far. He's done some infinite tumbles. Seems like everything's working real well. So we'll film his landing and see what he has to say about that one.
You got center out inflation. You had tip tuck on both sides. The one side popped before the other, and he turned the plane before I could see the other side pop out. But the way it looked, everything was in front of the line, so it didn't look like it would have
really good down here.
Excellent.
Yeah, it looked like it
Yeah,
opened
center height
pretty quick.
inflation was good, man. If you can get center height, you got a shot.
Yeah, buddy.
Woo!
How was it, brother? Super! Now we go. 6,000 meters.
All right, test jump number 1, huge success. David said that everything went smooth. There's a couple little, line twists and weirdness with the paraglider, but that's kind of to be expected. So overall, worked super well. He did a bunch of infinite tumbles, but now they're packing it back up, and we're gonna get ready to go for the big one at 23,000 feet. Message to future David: you're insane, man. Definitely one of the most skilled pilots I know, and this is some next level stuff. All right, so something happened. They're on the way down right now. They're probably at about 5,000 feet. He exited at 23,000. Everything went smooth. He started the infinite tumble, kept going till about 20,000, and then stopped. And right now we don't know why. I'm sure it's a very good reason. Either mechanical failure, he could have been sick, or hypoxic, or too cold, but we'll see. So kind of a bummer, but I'm sure he did it for the right reason. So we'll see when he lands and check it out.
That didn't go as planned. He stopped like after like 30 or 40 of them.
Like 100.
Yeah, is that what it was?
I think something like that. I wonder why.
I don't know. David, you're alive. You survived. Oh man. So heavy, man. So heavy? Too heavy? Yeah.
That was the problem?
No, face is more or less is good, but this is heavy, and when it's like 6,000 meters, it's very, very fast, and this is like 8G or 9, and this is for me. So with this is impossible to do.
Really?
A little 4 kind of kilogram. When I am doing full, it's like 10. Oh, no possible, man.
Like 30 pounds.
But I will come back here, but I need to do it without this. Man.
We just need to get a reserve, a front mount reserve.
Take all there or
Good attempt.
do it like 100, 120.
Yeah.
Like 4 minutes.
You were going 1.3 seconds.
Yeah, it was
1.3.
insanely fast.
Yeah.
It's good, but this I feel like I cannot do it like from.
It's like
Because all the time
Yes,
it's
all
like,
the time.
like this. I'm pushing me back, and I need to be like, I need to be like this.
well, now we know what to do for next time.
Exactly.
I will come back here. doing here. Without this.
C or C?
Yes.
Wait.
Oh, man. Yeah. Oh. All the time.
Hey, jeez.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, you see me?
Thank you.
It was
Yeah.
close. I saw you. Great video.
Yeah, you said
Yeah, man, but
the pressure on him was too much.
I didn't think about that.
about the parachute.
Scott, what's your personal record for longest canopy time?
Yeah.
That was probably it.
All right, so here's the summary. Basically, in order to make this legal for David to jump out of an airplane with a paraglider, he needs a TSO certified parachute, aka a skydiving reserve. Now, that's the best thing we could come up with for him to do it now. We obviously have paragliding reserves, and he had 2 of those, but those aren't certified to any FAA spec. However, the skydiving reserve is. So what he did was he wore a skydiving rig along with his paragliding harness, along with the oxygen and everything else, and 2 more reserves. But when he started doing the tumble, he's pulling like 6 to 8 Gs every time he hits the bottom. And the reserve weight on his chest was just too much. Think about like maybe 20 pounds of weight times 6 to 8 Gs. It was like putting way too much force on his chest. So he decided to abort, which is obviously the right call. And we're gonna come up with a better gear solution to go back and attempt the record again.
Beauties.
How high he is.
You do have a nice computer. Sucks being cool.
Sorry. Let's just go back a little bit real quick. He's closing his eyes.
Yes, because he's praying right there.
That face.
Oh shit! I hope this works. Don't get my shoes in there. Don't get my shoes in there. Yeah.
Right? That is a sick shot right there.
That's badass.
Dang. Look at this thing come out.
None of that mind blowing that way. Like a
Nice.
brick. Look at that shit.
And
wham!
it shoots.
Line stretch. Boom. Inflation.
Actually, it's pretty good because it came out with that wingtip closed.
And then it shoots forward real quick.
Look at that open.
Wham! That could not have been fun.
Oh!
Dude, that looks like it hurts.
Look at this freaking.
The thing is, you're not hanging from leg straps though, so it's not.
It's just direct spinal compression.
Exactly.
You're right. Seat forward?
Ugh. No, I'm shorter.
one.
Yeehaw! All right. 3, 2, 1.
Nice one. Oh yeah. Woo! That was awesome. That's fun.
That was so cool seeing you over your hometown, dog.
That was sick.
Woo! Man, what a beautiful flight.
Whoa, Mike. Whoa, buddy. Bring it in hot.
That's it. Smile.
Don't forget to flare. Flare.
Breathe,
Flare.
breathe,
Flare.
breathe.
Flare. Flare. Step. Step.
I don't got you anymore.
Yeah!
I believe it.
Woo!
That's fun, boys.
Pretty fun.
Woo! Dream come true right there.
Sunday afternoon. Contrast, the clouds above us, you can see the whole Typhoon Ridge. Yeah! What a great day, man! Woo! Hey everybody, it's Bruno, Bravo 4 from Utah, wishing you a happy New Year's and hope you're having a great time at the contest. Check out this sunset behind me.
Happy New Year, Bruno. You come and see us next year.
This is the task sheet for today. The most important thing is we get bonus points for reaching some of these turn points here, and then we will get 1 point per kilometer for the free FAA triangle distance.